Good question. Again, a great story of lots of mistakes. I'm not going to tell you what the original name for Wildfang was, but it's terrible. And there were about 20,000 other people in the world that wanted that name. And so I couldn't afford to go into a trademark battle with them. So I had to think of a new name. So the name Wildfang, I used to work at Nike, as some of you know. And one of the things that we used to do when we named products was look at different languages. And so Wildfang is actually a German word. And so what it really means, it's kind of, you know, the way the Germans love to slam words together. It's a combination of two feelings, ferocious energy and like safe community. And they go together. And that felt like the spirit that we wanted to create. We wanted to tell women to go out there and challenge the norms and challenge the world, but we also wanted to remind them that we had their back. So yeah, the word was something that came to us through another language that was very different from our first word that we had planned. So a great example of failure turning into something great. And I love the name of our business. And where the concept itself came from was honestly, I was walking through a large department store that's very well known. And I was looking for a graphic tee with my best friend, and she was looking for a blazer, a little bit like the one I'm wearing today. And this seems funny now in 2020, but I can tell you it was the case in 2011 when this happened. We were walking through the department store, and all of the good graphic tees were in the men's section. All of the graphic tees that had attitude and a point of view and cool pictures, they were in the men's section. All the graphic tees in the women's section had like flowers and were like sort of like a little pathetic, I think it's fair to say. And so I find myself wandering through the men's department looking for this t-shirt, and I picked one up, and my best friend was doing the same thing, because if you pre-Wildfang had tried to buy a blazer in the women's section, they had weird like pockets where only your fingernails can go in, because like, I don't know, like women only store fingernails in their pockets or something. And then they had like fake buttons, because like, God forbid you'd want a real button. And so all the good blazers were in the men's section. So the two of us wandered, we end up in the men's section, and we picked up these two products. She found a great blazer, I found a great graphic tee, but they didn't fit us, right? So they were really tight in the hips, really high crew neck, and we looked silly in them. And so that was the year that we said to each other, it just doesn't make sense that there's certain styles that women can't wear. We would look great in these. Why can't women get a great blazer? Why can't women get a great vest? Why can't women get a great button up? Why can't women get great overalls, right? So we decided to make our own.